Matt, how in the world are you?
I'm pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. No, nothing really. Nothing particularly interesting or exciting has happened to me this week.
No.
Oh, I bought the parts for my desktop. That's an exciting thing.
I was gonna say.
It is on the way. Starting to think it's like en route. I don't know. But this is on the way. I spent an amount of money on it that I was comfortable with. Then I looked at my bank account and I went, this is okay. This is fine. Wasn't really fine. But I got paid the exact same day, so making it back. But yeah, it should be here sometime in the middle or near the end of this week, either Wednesday or Thursday. All the stuff should be here.
And once Matt gets the desktop, we might be actually able to put some production value into this little show that we have thing.
That'll be good.
Maybe get some intro animations going and...
Oh, you're talking... That would take me a long time to get an animation out.
A 5-second animation?
A 5-second animation depends on the quality.
We're talking sprite 16-bit quality.
You'd be surprised how hard or how long it takes to make stuff like that.
It doesn't even have to take up the whole screen. Just like a little circle.
There it is. Just a circle. You heard it here first.
A circle takes several days, I mean.
It takes years to master the shapes.
But yeah, we're not locking down to any kind of date because, believe it or not, we're still kind of new to this whole video editing production thing. So
Also, we have jobs.
that too.
I definitely have more time on my hands than you do, but...
YouTube definitely doesn't pay the bills or for anything for that matter.
What are you talking about, dude? 87 cents? That... I could get some gum.
Yeah. I'd say that we weren't, affected by the adpocalypse, but it's anyone's guess at this point how you make money on YouTube. If you're not already established. And even if you are, you're taking a cut. Join our Patreon.
If only. But it's okay, because also, I'll be streaming again.
Yes.
And I will have...
The streaming... We wanted to start that, 9 months ago, and we only streamed a few games, a few times.
Let's see, I think I can fit them all in one hand. I streamed Overwatch, Dark Souls 2, and then together we did Resident Evil 7, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I did all of
You did
Last
Last
Guardian.
Guardian.
And a little bit of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
5. We streamed 5 games.
Yeah.
We only did the beginning of Zelda and then the end of Zelda.
Right.
And this irks me so much, is that I could have finished Dark Souls 2, but I was like, no, I'll go beat the DLC, then I'll beat the actual game. And then it's just like a giant cliffhanger. Sure, it's not a spoiler, because Dark Souls 2 has been out for a long time, so if you don't know the ending of Dark Souls 2, you could just look it up. You have a fight with a lady with a scythe, if you win, you get to either go in a kiln or you walk away and the world dies. I don't know. Dark Souls endings are very leave it up to you. Unless you look at lore videos on YouTube. And even then, a lot of them say it's just whatever you think should happen. Like, alright. Thanks for that.
I want you to spell it out for me. From Software.
Yeah. I love that name. That's a great name. The effort
From Software.
from Software comes Dark
From
Souls.
Software's next hit.
But yes, I will be planning on streaming more. In the earlier days of the hour. Nope.
Yes, in the early days of the hour.
We haven't even started. It hurts. In the early hours of the day is when I will be streaming. When I am even more unable to speak and unconscious. So, it'll be good.
It'll be fun.
I do have a game picked out. First game I want to play. The first game that I want to play is Destiny 2. Really want to play that. And I may or may not play with a friend. Depends on if he gets it in time. Because as soon as I'm able to... I have a mouse. I think I have a keyboard somewhere. I'll need to check for that. And then monitor is something that will eventually be coming. But those 4 items will not be coming at the same time. The computer is probably going to get here maybe first. Well, the mouse is already here, so that wins. Then the computer parts maybe, and then followed by either monitor and keyboard. But Destiny 2 will be a game that I really want to play. If not the first game that I play, possibly the second. If I won't be able to play that one first, just due to I need to budget my money again.
Mm-hmm.
Or go back to my old system of money just so that I can get get back on top of things.
The other thing is since you have a Steam account, you have games that you can just download to it.
I do. I guess I could either do... I've got Torchlight 2, Skyrim, Borderlands 2, or Hollow Knight. I may want to do Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's a fun game, and I think it's really underrated. Not a lot of people talked about that game. It's a really good game.
You should stream it.
I'd probably go ahead and do that first then. That's a good game. But yeah. What's going on with you?
It's too hot.
Yeah, it is.
We are in late September. That's the thing that I cannot stand about Tennessee weather. It's like both summer and winter. They just stick around
Too long.
a little bit too long for my taste. Like, we're talking 3 weeks too long.
Winter goes into spring. Summer goes into fall. It's like, stop.
And then they also get here really quick too. Like, we don't really have much of a fall and a spring here.
It's like, oh, it feels really nice outside today. And then the next day is, oh, I should put 5 layers on.
Right. You just wake up the next day and, hey, winter's here. And it's going to stick around for like 5 months. But aside from that, this week didn't really have much to write home about. Yeah. What you playing?
Oh, man.
Right now.
Right now. Does that include today?
Yeah.
I'll probably be getting Pokemon Gold
Yes.
because that was the first game that I can remember ever playing. and it just got released to the Nintendo
Virtual-
Virtual Console and
Console.
3DS's. I keep forgetting mine's a 2DS because it still has the flip screen.
Who cares?
But yeah, that got released when? It was Thursday?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo does this cool thing where their big releases, if you're getting them digitally, and since it's Virtual Console, you can only get it digitally. They had this thing, and they've done it for other titles, where you can download it, but it will not let you play until the day that it's released. So I basically booted up my 3DS and started the game, and it's like, hey, works. So I like that.
Yeah. I have Pokemon Moon right now, and it sounds weird, but as much as I love the 3D world of the 7th region, I really like the pixel art for Pokemon games, and Gen 2's got some pretty good pixel art.
And I do have to say, when I was younger and reading about Gold and Silver before they came out and just looking at like Japanese screenshots, what really impressed me was, okay, so in Gen 1, this is definitely a fault that they fixed in subsequent generations. I couldn't stand how in the battle screen the opponent's Pokemon looks fine. Okay, the sprite is normal. Yours looks like a pixelated mess.
It looks like it has several birth defects.
Right, and I know what they were trying to do. I get that they were trying to, I guess, give you a sense of depth. Like, oh, the Pokemon's closer to you, so it appears larger. So we're just gonna pixelate the daylights out of it. Not very good at all. So Gold and Silver, they fixed that, and you can actually make out what your Pokemon is on your side. So I thought that was pretty cool. Also, the game runs, I want to say Gen 1 runs at like 30 frames per second, and I think this runs at 60. And someone said that Gold and Silver also run on the original Game Boy, which if it does, that's really impressive, because it was a struggle for them to get Gen 1 running on the original Game Boy. So I think I might dig up some comparison videos, or just something showing, hey, this is running on the original Game Boy hardware.
I also like the way that they did color in Gen 2. Because, like, Gen 1, it was like you entered a city and everything was one color. But it was different shades and different...
Right.
What's the opposite
The color
shade?
palette?
Yeah, its colors were darker or lighter, but it was the same color. I can't remember if Pokemon were also the same color, or if they all had like their own individual colors. I can't remember. I still haven't played Gen 1. Well, the original Gen 1. I did play Leaf Green. But I also remember the coloring of the pixel art for the Pokemon in Gen 2 being a lot better. And Red, I feel like, is always going to be just like recognizable to anyone, just because of he was the first trainer, and also there's similarities between him and Ash, but they're both clearly different people. But I think a lot more people could recognize Ash more than Red. But I just love Silver's design, his character design, more than Red's. I like his hat more. I like his outfit more.
Is he silver?
Yeah.
And not gold?
Yeah, Gold is the girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you can't choose your gender in Gold and Silver.
You can't?
Nope. I booted up both Gold and Silver, and you start as a guy. Maybe that was in Crystal.
It's probably in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. May have been in Crystal, but there's definitely a girl character you can be in Gen 2, but it's either in Crystal version or in the later games. But yeah, in the original, Red is the main character, Blue is your rival, and then I don't think Green was ever announced, or it may have been only in Japan or the comics, but Green is this girl that is also with them. She's the one with I believe she's the one with the Squirtle. Because Red had Bulbasaur, Blue had Charmander.
Right, so she would have
And
had
she stole Squirtle from Professor Oak. But it's not game canon, it's comic canon. But the comic is actually really cool. But yeah, Silver's the boy, Gold is the girl.
Okay. Do you have a rival in Gold and Silver?
Gold.
Yeah, but I haven't met her yet.
Oh, I think there's it's either Gold or I believe there is a rival. And I could be confusing him with Gen 4.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be... I think the rival was like Giovanni has a child. I think he's a son. And I think your rival is Giovanni's son in Gen 2. Because I think Team Rocket is, again, the bad guy. And the Johto region.
Isn't Johto right next to Kanto?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the story goes like Team Rocket had to run from Kanto because they were being chased down by the cops, so they took refuge in Johto. So they're there again.
Oh, fun. What I don't understand, or I don't see how the game's going to be able to keep track of it, because you do tell it what time it is, and that does determine what time of day it is in the game. Well, what happens when you put your 3DS to sleep, or if you just suspend the game? Is the game going to be able to keep track of how long it's been suspended for?
I'm sure it will.
Because I know how the original ROM worked. In the cartridge form, it would just, if you turned it off, the battery that also read your saves, or kept your saves, also kept track of the time. It had an internal clock that the battery would keep running. And that's why you can't really save on old Gold and Silver cartridges unless you pop them open and replace the battery. But yeah, I'm just curious, is it going to actually keep track of this?
I think it will. Also, what was it? It might be it was either the burned tower or the unknown chamber. But one of those songs is
really good.
I don't know about. It might be good. I kind of like it. It's just gonna be burned into my brain forever, just because it's repetitive, but it sounds really eerie, but it's also really cool. I think it's the unknown ruins. That's pretty good.
Well, all the Gen 1 songs are pretty repetitive and thematic and stick around.
Not to mention Gen 2, you can also go back to Kanto, you get to fight all the gym leaders again, it's a total of 16 badges, and the endgame boss is Red. Which, back then was, of course, anyone who played Silver and Gold probably played Blue, Red, and Yellow, so he's just I'm fighting my past self. Except it's not really the past, because he's the same age as I.
And he's not... Red is not a mute.
No.
So I don't know why they portray him that way.
Just to make it epic.
He said nothing. He
He's
just launched the Pokeballs.
Just a kid on the mountain waiting for another kid to come on the mountain, and then he's just planning to kill that kid.
Gosh.
With his
I'm gonna make all your
monsters.
Pokemon faint, and then I'm gonna take half your money and leave you off at a Pokemon Center. Anything else?
League.
League. All right.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't played Gold yet. The only game I played this week has been League. So.
Well, you need to pick it up. Although I'm not going to play Gold and Silver for a while now. I'm still playing through Yellow. And I just got the 5th badge. Actually, I skip ahead when I play through. I actually do Saffron City's gym before I do Fuchsia City's, and that's Fuchsia City's technically badge number 5 or gym number 5.
That's the poison gym,
Koga.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And Sabrina, the psychic, is in Saffron. The problem is, in Yellow, when you have you've just cleared the Saffron building of Team Rocket. So my Pokemon were about, level 34, 35. And she has 3 level 50 Pokemon. Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. And you pretty much just have to luck that battle out if you're going to go in at that low of a level.
Oh, wait. Forgot ghost type moves were physical for some reason. I was going to say you could just get a Haunter or a Gengar. Just because I think Alakazam is faster than Gengar.
Well,
but
psychic moves are super effective against
poison.
ghosts anyway.
No, it's the poison. Ghost is super effective to Psychic.
Yeah, but psychic is also super effective against ghost. I mean, unless Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar are all also poison types.
I think they are also poison type.
Because they're the only ghost Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know ghost moves are super effective against psychic, but they're so few and far between. That and the fact that pretty much all psychic Pokemon have huge boosts in special. So, good luck. You just, actually, the best strategy is to use your, heaviest attack that relies on your attack stat. Because their defense is probably their worst stat. But yeah, they are fast too. And then they use recover, and you're like, no.
Yep. Don't know who at Pokemon thought it was a bright idea to give one of the heaviest hitting special attackers recover.
And speed. And then aside from that, I did pick up Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I have to say, I did spring for the deluxe edition just because it includes all the DLC characters that they're coming out with this year, which is 6 characters. And if they're going to sell those characters at $5 a piece, times 6, that's $30. The deluxe edition of the game is an extra... Well, it's an extra $30. Plus you get a steel case, you get skins and different stuff for the characters. So it's like, you might as well just get the deluxe edition if you're planning on getting all the DLC anyway. So I did, and wanted to play it the day it came out. But I couldn't because there was a 10 gig day 1 patch. Welcome to modern gaming. All 10 gigs of those gigabytes were probably just meant to fix Dante and Chun-Li's faces. Because they don't have the same face. But the game does play well. I had a little bit of fun with the story mode. It's ridiculous and stupid and amazing, and that's exactly what I'm expecting from Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't want this game series to ever take itself too seriously. It needs to be a little bit goofy, and it definitely is. It doesn't need to be like Injustice or Superman just killing everybody. It's like, guys, NetherRealm, you do Mortal Kombat. Do you ever lighten up? No. So yeah, it's fun. We're going to be probably playing this at our game night, the upcoming Saturday night. Be there. Maybe. I'll understand if you can't. But yeah, it's a weird looking game. The art direction is, or the art style is just very generic looking. So I think a lot of people may end up staying away from it. Honestly, 3 looks better. Even though it's, you know, running on... It's a last gen game, but just the art style is much better than Infinite. So give it a go. It is fun in the gameplay department.